Alright, what's going on YouTube? I have a new Snake Eye Fire King Tri-Brigade profile. So we have 3 engines, a whole bunch of hand traps. This deck is gas. It's literally all gas. So idea of it is use the Snake Eye stuff to get into your Fire King stuff, which gets into your Tri-Brigade stuff, or you go into your Fire King stuff that gets you into Tri-Brigade stuff, which may or may not get you into your Snake Eye stuff, and you got a whole bunch of hand traps just to stop your opponent if you don't open any of it, or if you just open 1 or 2. The engines bleed into each other, and pretty good, and then there's some other cool stuff you can do. Just a lot of ways to extend through multiple hand traps. I found that the regular Fire King Tri-Brigade stuff just got destroyed by 2 hand traps. You can't play through multiple hand traps for anything in that variant. So adding the Snake Eye stuff gives you a lot of extension, baits out a lot of hand traps that would normally stop your Tri-Brigade stuff or your Fire King stuff. So and it plays a lot better through droll. When you get drolled in the Fire King Tri-Brigade version, you just kind of pass on nothing. But this one, you can at least use the Snake Eye stuff to get into, at least put up a board that you can play. So starting with the actual Snake Eye stuff, I don't have the Diabell Star engine, so I play 3 Sinful, 2 Ash, 1 Poplar, and then 1 Flamberge. So pretty cheap. I think these are all like $3 cards, and then these are like $10 cards. So yeah, so really cheap Snake Eye engine, gets you to what you need to do. I mean, the Diabell Star stuff gets you into this stuff anyways. So yeah, so you normal your Ash, and then Ash grabs Poplar, Poplar grabs this, you play this, and you get into your Ponix. So that's how you play the game. And then you do your normal Snake Eye combo first, to get your IP out, and then you play the game. You game. That's how you do it. So Ash adds a Snake Eye, and then you can also use it to special summon a Snake Eye from your deck. Poplar, when it's added, it specials, and it adds the spell or trap, so you add the Sinful Snake Eye. Flamberge gives you a little bit of extension when it's sent to the grave, and then this one lets you summon a level 1 fire from your deck, and then it has the second effect where you can put a Snake Eye on the bottom of your deck and then add a level 1. So if this ends up in your grave for whatever reason, you can use it on the next turn to add your Ponix to your hand, or to add an extra copy of Ash or something. So yeah, so that's the Snake Eye engine. Really small. If you wanted to play the Diabell Star stuff, you'd probably just play 2 of these, and then like and then just 1 of those, and then I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the cards, so I can't tell you the exact ratios, but yeah, 7 for the Snake Eye engine. Just the bare bones. I'm thinking about playing Oak, but I don't know. Haven't tested it out yet, so I can't say how good it is. And then for the Fire King stuff, basically 4 Fire King islands. Yeah, you don't need any more than that. So 2 Ponix. 1 can get a little bit dicey because sometimes you want to use Ponix to summon your Karas from your hand, so you pitch it. Other times you just open it, and you don't really have an extra target for your Sinful Spoil Snake Eye. So I like to play 2. 3 is pretty bricky because it's a normal summon. And then 1 island, 1 sanctuary. The sanctuary places the island, so they're pretty much the same card. In this version, I'm not really going for the Xe summon on the opponent's turn. You're just trying to set up your Fire King stuff to get into your Tri-Brigade engine and just have a little bit more of a grind game. So we play 1 Garunix, 2 Kieran, 1 Arvada. So in order to summon Arvada on your opponent's turn, you kind of need to have 2 Kirin. I was playing with 3 Kirin before. Ended up being really kind of bricky when you open up a Kirin and then like non-engine, because this is basically non-engine. It doesn't get you into anything else. So you kind of, you're okay seeing it, but you don't really want to see it. And then the Arvada is good when it's in your grave, because then when you summon Kirin, when you summon Garunix on your opponent's turn, you can pop Kirin from your deck, summon Arvada, and then destroy a card on the field. And then you have your Arvada negate. And then when this is destroyed, you get your Kirin back out, and then you have your Kirin for your next turn. So you kind of need 2. You definitely can't play 1, and 3 is a little bit too much. So yeah, so 8 cards for the Fire King engine. Going second, I usually side out Fire King Sanctuary for an extra hand trap, because you would rather just see the island in hand versus actually like getting this, because this is kind of a brick. You don't really want to see it going second. You'd rather have a hand trap in your hand. Island is kind of okay to see, because it does act as an extender. Lets you special summon Ponix from hand if you open it, and also lets you pop Flamebird, so it can give you more extension. So yeah, so Island usually comes out going second, and then everything else stays in. So if you're not familiar with this this version of Tri-Brigade, basically what you're doing is you're trying to summon Garunix, because it can pop a fire from your deck. So Kit's a fire, so you pop Kit, Kit sends Nerval, and then you get into your Tri-Brigade engine. Speaking of that engine, playing 2 Fractal, 2 Tenki, 2 Kit, 2 Nerval, 1 Karis, 1 Revolt. So 4 ways to get into your Fractal engine. This can grab Arvada if you really need it. So it's a little bit more flexible. I don't like playing 3 Fractal, 1 Tenki. Yeah, so if this were like 3 Fractals and 1 Tenki, I don't really like doing that because it's a little bit less flexible. This version is a little bit more susceptible to droll, but if you're getting drolled, you're getting drolled. Having a Fractal in hand isn't gonna change your outcome. So also a Tenki, you can use it for fodder for all your Snake Eye stuff, because to activate their effects you need to send a card from your hand or field to grave. So Tenki sticking around as a free body to send is pretty strong. And then as far as the other ratios, 2 Fractal. Having 1 Fractal or no Fractals is kind of scary. I think you still want to have this card, because it can pitch your just gets everything going. Just gets everything going. It's a 1-card starter. Why would you not play an extra 4 1-card starters in your deck? Some people are trying to cut it, but I don't think that's right. This engine, you kind of need, the benefit of playing this engine is that it gives you so many 1-card starters, so you want to take advantage of the strength of the engine. 2 Nerval. Some people are playing 3 right now. It's up to you how much you want to grind using the Tri-Brigade stuff. My main goal is to set up a Revolt on the opponent's turn, just so I can and then get you access into access code on the way back to finish the game. So you don't really need 3 Nerval for that. You just need 1 on your turn to get you into your stuff, and then you use the same 1 for your Revolt. But then you also just need an extra one, so you don't, just in case you hard open 1, because then your kid's kind of dead, because it doesn't really mill anything good. So same thing with the kits. It's a normal summon. You don't really want to see it, but you kind of want 2 in your deck, because you want the extra one to keep playing. And then 1 Karas, good extender. Kind of unbrick some of your hands occasionally, kind of brick some of your hands occasionally, but yeah, he's the guy, so he's your extender. If you want to cut him, I might try cutting him, but then cutting him and then playing a third fractal or a third Tenki. Sometimes he comes up and he's pretty strong. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't cut him. Nah, he's too good. You can't cut him. He's your only Tri-Brigade extender. You got to keep him. So, yeah, 1 Karis. You know what? Double down. Let's play 2 Karis next time. I'm playing. Karis isn't that good. He's not that good that you play 2, but, yeah. Got it. Oh, thought I heard an air siren, but it's just a motorcycle. Okay, anyways. Yeah, Karis unbricks some of your hands. He's still pretty strong, and you need extenders in this deck. And you have a lot of ways to get that extra body you need for the Karis, so he's good to play. And then for our non-engine, 1 for 1. Just pull out all the level 1s. Gets you in 1 for 1, gets you into all 3 of your engines. So, surprise, it's in the deck. It's very good, very strong. So, yeah, 1 for 1. Gets you a level 1. And then all the non-engine we get to play. 3 Imperm, 3 Bell, 3 Ash, 3 Droll, 2 DD Crow, 2 Ogre. So 16 non-engine. Play whatever hand traps you like, whatever works best for your locals. So total in the main is 42, 16 hand traps. How many 1-card starters? These are kind of a 1-card. These are kind of a 1-card. Oh, that's not one. Actually, Poplar, I think, is one. Yeah, Poplar is a 1-card starter. Yeah, so look at that. 3, 9, 11, 14, 16 1-card starters, 16 hand traps. So, strong, consistent deck with lots of extension. Can't go wrong with it. Extra deck, Recital Starling. When you use your Flamberge to summon 2 level 1s, you make Recital Starling. Grabs you DD Crow, and then that DD Crow you could either use on your opponent's turn, or you can use it for your Karis to special summon as an extender. Also gets you your Ponix if you really need it. Gets you into your Nerval if you really need it. So yeah, pretty good utility. DDL when you get drolled, summons. It's a quick effect bounce, really strong. Farrajeet, Tri-Brigade stuff. Gets your lets you extend. Gets an extra body. Bear Broom searches Revolt. Double Shureg, non-target banish. This is what you're summoning off of your Revolt most of the time. Occasionally you'll go into Rugal if you really need to get into your Fire Engine, or back into your Fire Engine on your opponent's turn. He's also in Link 3 for your access code. So that you can OTK your opponent. So this is like the typical Tri-Brigade stuff that you're going into. So your end board, going second, you're going to try and make access code, or on the third turn, you're going to try and go to access code, finish your opponent. Aplo going into your first turn, put up extra negates. So pretty strong stuff. For the fire stuff, we are playing these guys. IP, that you make that in the standard Snake Eye combo. Promethean, making the standard Snake Eye combo. SP Little Knight, that's what you summon in IP. Hida, because you're playing all the fires, Link Karibo for the Snake Eye combo, and then Sprint gets you into Kit to bounce when you have Recital Starling also left over on your board. And then it's also just, yeah, it's pretty strong. Also fire, you can make it using, I don't know, yeah, it just comes up randomly. Sometimes you need to link off your, stuff when you have Promethean, because you can only summon fires. So Promethean, you can bring back a Kit or Hida or something, and then link into Sprint to get out of the fire lock. So yeah, if you don't have SP, you can play Nightmare Unicorn. I would rather, you gotta play this. This is the format card. Can't play in this format without it. I mean, you can, it's just harder. Side deck. This deck has the hardest time against Voiceless. So Dark Ruler for the Voiceless matchup. D-Barrier for the Voiceless matchup. D-Barrier is also randomly good against rogue decks. Also for decks that put up an Omni Negate, I play Witch's Strike. You'd be surprised how many people would play into this. Yeah. So this won me a match. So it's pretty good. I wouldn't bring it to multiple locals because then they're just going to be expecting it and play around it. But if you randomly want to catch somebody and just make them read a card that never comes up, but when it does, it feels so good, play Witch's Strike. But yeah, you read what it does there. Destroy everything your opponent has. Back row hate, and then extra hand traps to side into. So going second, usually the tankies come out, and then the sanctuary comes out, and you'll put in whatever is good. So the Dark Rulers can go in, Cosmics can go in, these can go in, and then these will come out. So just whatever is the matchup. And that is the deck profile. So let me know what you think below, and peace out.